During a work trip to Missouri, my flight landed so late that I almost missed picking up my rental car. To make things worse, my hotel was about 2 hours away, the closest option to where I needed to be the next morning, so I wasn't going to arrive until around 3 a.m. I had never been to Missouri before, and I definitely wasn't prepared for the kind of drive ahead of me. At one point, I found myself on a road that stretched over 60 miles without a single major intersection. It was just two narrow lanes, no guardrails, only shallow ditches leading into endless fields of corn and wheat. No streetlights, barely any signs of life, just darkness. Every so often, I'd pass through tiny towns that took less than 5 minutes to cross, each one spaced 10 to 15 minutes apart. Trying to stay cautious, I kept my high beams on, drove below the speed limit, and stayed alert for animals. Another new experience for me? Bugs constantly splattering against my windshield. It honestly felt like something out of a cartoon. Then, in the middle of this eerie drive, I saw something that made my heart skip. A man. He was standing in a field just a few yards from the road. I only noticed him because of my high beams. It was around 2 to 3 a.m., pitch black, and there was no car, no bike, nothing nearby. I had passed a town about 5 minutes earlier, which made it even stranger. My mind immediately started racing. Was he lost? Drunk? Hurt? Suicidal? Why would anyone be out here like this at this hour? I've always had a tendency to help people when something feels off, so despite my hesitation, and all the horror movies playing in my head, I slowed down, backed up, and pulled over. I turned on my hazard lights and angled the car slightly toward the field to get a better look. Still inside the car, I called out, "Hello? Excuse me, do you need any help, sir?" No response. The figure just stood there, swaying slightly, staring off into the distance. I tried again. "Are you okay?" Nothing. Now I was torn. Should I call the police? Honk the horn? Drive to the next town and report it? But what if I couldn't find my way back? After a moment of indecision, and against all common sense, I chose the most classic horror movie option. I got out of the car. Slowly, I walked down the ditch and approached the figure. As I got closer, the truth became clear. It wasn't a man. It was a scarecrow. I just stood there for a second, processing what had just happened, and then I burst out laughing. I laughed so hard I almost cried. All that concern, all that buildup, and I had just stopped in the middle of nowhere at 3 a.m. to check on a scarecrow. It could have gone very differently in another situation, but instead it turned into something hilarious, and honestly, it kept me wide awake for the rest of the drive to my hotel.